A couple weeks ago, we went on our very first vacation as a family of 3. So we have a 5-month-old who is sleeping right now. So if you can faintly hear the sound machine, I apologize. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous traveling with a baby, but truly it was kind of a breeze, dare I say. So I made note of certain things that I felt like were really important that we had, that were essentials for traveling, and I wanted to share them with you guys. So I'll briefly just go through my list. So if you're going on a trip, hopefully these things will be helpful for you. And all these things really will depend on if you are driving, if you're flying, how old your baby is, and then all babies can be different. So it really just depends. And it's also gonna depend on where you're going and what you plan to do while you're there. So I'll just tell you our situation in case any of these things will be relevant for you and you can make note. Okay, so we have a baby girl. Her name is Sage and she is 5 months old. And when we went on this trip, she was 4.5 months old, which honestly, that does make a difference because she now is definitely different than when we were on that trip just, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it's pretty crazy how quickly they can change. So we went on a road trip. We did not fly. We drove from Georgia to Florida. It was supposed to be around a 7.5, 8-hour trip with no stopping, which I don't know who does that, but it took us 9 hours and 45 minutes. I don't remember how many times that we stopped. If you guys saw my last video, then you know. But I did pee in a can. I have no shame, okay? First of all, my bladder just sucks. I pee all the time. So I brought a coffee can in the car and I peed in it and I had no spillage and I'm really proud of myself. That saved us from stopping 5 times, 5 extra times, I swear. Anyway, Sage did so well. I'm just shocked of how well she did in the car because I was mentally prepared to have a screaming baby for hours and hours. And thank God that did not happen there or back. She truly did so good and I'm so grateful for that. Our trip to Florida was going to my sister's house and she has 5 kids. So we had 6 kids under one roof for 4 or 5 days, however long we were there. That definitely plays a factor into the things I'm gonna mention because she did have some things that we did not bring, which we would have had to bring if she didn't have those things. So we did just go to the beach one day, but the rest of the time we were at the house. We were going out to dinners, we were going on walks and just kind of having a low-key vacation. That kind of stuff factored into what we brought or what I felt was essential or what I wish we would have brought. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, we did end up bringing the Bjorn baby bouncer. We love this seat so much. We take it to my parents' house. We brought it with us to Florida. It's just somewhere to set the baby because she's not sitting up on her own and she's either, laying down, doing tummy time or sitting in a seat or being held. So having a seat was super helpful. And it travels really easily. It collapses down, which makes it really easy just to throw into the trunk. And if you are pregnant or just had a baby and looking for baby essentials, that seat is definitely one of them. One thing that I got while we were there that I didn't originally bring was laundry detergent. And we just used the very simple Dr. Bronner's baby unscented soap. We use that for her laundry detergent. Sage is so sensitive with her skin. She does have baby eczema. I didn't want to run the risk of washing her clothes in the other laundry detergent that my sister had. So we actually went to Target and I got some. Okay, I mentioned this in the Florida vlog, but downloading a Decibel app, and I don't know if this is specifically for travel or not, but I think it's good to have. So basically you download this app and it will measure the decibels of the sound machine. So it tells you if it's too loud or not. So if you're in a new environment, maybe it's hard to recognize if it's, I don't know, louder than you usually would have it in the nursery. I don't know. I felt like ours was louder when we were there and maybe we were just drowning out all the noises of the kids. It was super helpful. From the research that I've found, the decibels are supposed to be between like 50 and 60. That's a safe range. So you literally download this and you can see as I'm talking, it's changing. Put this like near your baby's head and you can see where the levels are at. It's important to have the correct decibel for development, for their brain. It can also disrupt sleep patterns if it's too high. So just in general, this is a good thing to have. And then along with that decibel app tracker thing, a sound machine. You need a sound machine. And we actually brought 2. We have the portable sound machine. I feel like every single parent should have this. We have used this since the day she's been born. It has come in handy so many times, whether at home or clipping this on the car seat, having it in the stroller with them, if they're in a different environment, if you're out to eat, if you're at the grocery store, this has been just an absolute must-have. And then for the standard sound machine that we just kept in the room for us and for her is the Hatch sound machine. This is the one that's already in her nursery. It sounds like overkill bringing two, but it definitely was worth having both. The item that we use the most and that would be the #1 thing to have while traveling is a baby monitor. So I want to thank BebCare so much for sponsoring this video. I cannot tell you how grateful I am to have had this before we went on this trip. I don't think it's something that we thought about. I feel like we would have got on the trip and then been like, oh my God, we didn't bring a monitor. So this was the perfect thing to travel with because she was upstairs in her bassinet and we obviously want to keep an eye on her like we do while we are home. Not only just having a monitor, but this one specifically is a low emissions baby monitor. And this is so important, and I don't feel like people talk about this enough. We were using the BebCare Motion monitor, and this monitor emits 91% less emissions than a regular baby monitor. The radio technology reduces wireless transmission to 0 when it's idle and doesn't turn on until your baby starts crying. A few things that I like about this monitor is that it has a 4.3-inch colored screen. It has a 360-degree pan and tilt camera, so it literally can go all the way around the room. It has a 16-hour battery life. There's 0 delay in the video feed. It has a really clear image for the night camera, but I could see her little eyes open. You also can talk back and forth with your baby if you want to. It has music lullabies. It also tracks the temperature, so looking at that to be like, oh, is the room too hot or too cold? Because being in Florida, it was really hot, and we actually had my sister turn the air up because it did look like it was too hot in the room, and we could see that by looking at the monitor. It also has the USB, the Type-C charger, which is now a really popular charger. So we use that with a light that we brought, and then also for the portable sound machine, I believe. We used a couple different things with that specific charger, so that came in handy for sure. And one of the best things is that it's very simple to use. Another feature that I absolutely love is that it is completely encrypted and secure, so your neighbors and any other people cannot listen in or watch your baby on the monitor. Not only the safest monitor, but it's easy to use. There's so many things that I like about it, but another thing that I like is that I can put my phone on airplane mode and off of Wi-Fi while I'm sleeping, because that is something that I have been doing recently, is just shutting my phone off in that sense so there's not radiation. And we've been working on putting her in her crib to sleep at nighttime. So I like that I can shut my phone off and shut off that radiation, and then have this monitor that I can trust is also low radiation. So it's really just a win-win. Instead of having to have my phone on, I'll be sure to put my discount right here. Also, I will link the website below and any other information that you might need. But thank you again to BebCare for sponsoring this video and providing us with low emissions baby monitor to keep our babes nice and safe. All right, I think this is gonna be helpful whether you are doing a road trip or flying, is creating a little changing station in a little basket. So in here I just have the changing pad, which make sure you have one of these. Your diaper bag might already come with it, but have an extra one. We have a couple, and it came in handy because you're changing your baby all over the place when you're traveling. Obviously diapers and wipes, and then I have her creams in there. Maybe throw in an extra pacifier. Having this already made up was just amazing to have, and we just took it with us whether we were upstairs or in the living room. It was just so convenient. And if you're flying, you can pack all of these things and then just assemble it when you get there, especially if you have a basket that's like this that can just easily fold up in your luggage. This is definitely a mom hack for sure. And then a little tip for you is when you get home is to sanitize all of the baby's toys, pacifiers, any teething things, all that kind of stuff, whatever you can sanitize and put in boiling water. Definitely do that when you get home because you're traveling and there's just a bunch of extra germs everywhere. Okay, next is this Tushbaby. This came in handy so many times. It's basically a fanny pack slash seat for your baby. It's incredible. Okay, let me skip back. And I'll link all these things below for you, but it Velcros like this, and then it has a little buckle, and you can put it off to the side. You can put it right here and set your baby in it. It is so convenient to have, and it's super cute. And yeah, it acts as a little fanny pack purse kind of thing too. You can stuff diapers in here, wipes, you can put your wallet in here, sunglasses. I mean, it definitely came in handy, and it helps save your back from holding your baby. Sage is getting so big and my back just constantly hurts since having her. So yeah, highly, highly recommend. This is something that we do not have, which my sister had, and it was so helpful, is a travel bassinet. When we were at my parents' before we headed to Florida, poor little Sage was just sleeping on this little foam thing that went in an old bassinet that was for my niece, and my mom still had the little foam mattress thing. So she was on the floor on that mattress for a couple nights, and she did really well, but we ended up bringing her in bed with us and co-sleeping a lot of the time, which we also did in Florida because her sleep kind of got disrupted with the new environment and that kind of thing. So around 3 o'clock-ish when she would wake up, we would go ahead and just put her in bed with us, and then she slept like an angel. So again, this is gonna matter on your situation, where you are and everything. There should be a company that allows you to rent these kind of things while you travel, and it gets delivered to the place that you're staying. That's a great business idea. I know it can be pretty bulky to travel with that kind of thing, so I'm very grateful my sister had that because we did use it for all of her naps and at night if we were not co-sleeping. So definitely get some kind of travel bassinet. And then this one might be obvious, but we made sure to bring her sleep sack. It is weighted, it's the Dreamland baby sleep sack, and we really like it. And anytime that I've put her down not in it when it was getting washed or something like that, she does not sleep well. She's just like, what is going on? So I made sure to bring that and put her in it for every single nap and at night. So yeah, definitely don't skip out on those things that your baby uses every single day. This is one that we did not bring, but it was very helpful to have while we were there because again, my sister had one for us, and that is an infant tub. So if my sister did not have one of these, we definitely would have brought one. We have two. We have one that's the aqua scale. It's a little bit bigger than the original, just little seat that we have for the bath. We probably would have brought the smaller one and not the bigger one. So I really don't know what we would have done if we didn't have it. I guess what we could have done is maybe have her in the shower with us. We've definitely done that at home. If we're just like, oh, let's have her come in the shower with us and I'll hold her and rinse her off and everything, act as bath time. And it's so special doing that. I feel like the bonding experience is just like so sweet. It literally is gonna make me cry. I love showering with her. It's just so sweet. Wow, okay. So yeah, if you're there for maybe a couple of days, you can do that. But if you're gonna be there a little bit longer, I would definitely figure out some kind of way to give the baby a bath. And then this one, my sister taught me this while we were there because we went on a ton of walks and it's Florida. It's extremely sunny. So make sure that you bring some muslin blankets, like a swaddle or things like that. So when you're on a walk, you take the blanket and tie it around that metal bar on the car seat and tie it on there, and then you can open it up and shift it back and forth depending on where the sun is at. So when you're on a walk, your baby is not getting burnt or have the sun in their eyes. We have the Nuna car seat that has the Dream shade. That is a shade that goes over and it has magnets on the side. But while we're on a walk, that closes her completely in, and I wanted her to still be able to see me and look around and everything. So being able to have that blanket in that position and kind of adjust it as we walked was perfect. I've been using that hack ever since I came home. This is something that I forgot, and I had bad mom vibes from doing it. I felt so bad. I forgot to bring her vitamin D and her probiotics that she takes every single day. She needed that more than ever while traveling, and I did not bring it, and I felt so bad. So make sure that you keep whatever supplements your baby's on, bring them so you can keep up with it every single day. Okay, so I've done a little giveaway before while I worked with a brand in another video, but this is gonna be just me doing this. I'm gonna get somebody a portable sound machine. So it probably has to be within the US because of shipping and stuff like that. Now that's super annoying, but if you are in the United States and you do not have one of these, if you want one or if you want it for somebody else to be able to gift it to them, comment below and tell me why you follow my channel. And this is gonna help me know who you guys are and what kind of stuff you like to see from me, because I want to create content that you actually like watching. That's literally the point. I'll just randomly pick somebody and I will have you email me and then I'll send you one of these. Oh, one other thing that I just remembered, because she just scratched me with her nails because they need done, is to bring the nail filer thing. And we don't use clippers, we use, I don't know what it's called, a filer or something, where it's electronic and it has like little pads on it that can touch their skin, so it's safe for touching their skin and it's not gonna cut them. We love that nail file. I did her nails once or twice while we were there, and we were there for like 5 days or something. Her nails just grow so quickly. So yeah, don't forget that because you will need it. Well, someone decided to join us. She's up from her nap and she's like, listen guys, you can't make a YouTube video without me. She's the star. She's the main character. Hopefully this video was helpful and gave you a couple ideas of things to use while you're traveling, or maybe it sparked something that you weren't thinking of while you're making your list before you leave on your trip. So if you have any questions about things that I forgot, because naturally I just forget things, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video. Yay! Thanks for watching. Bye guys.